Hello to the nation, Dr. PlayStation Nation here, talking to you guys over a little bit of a Minecraft mod spotlight, guys. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. I want to mention two quick things before we get started. One, guys, if you guys do enjoy, remember, if you guys want to support the channel, if you guys want to support this video, if you guys like this video, or you like this mod, remember, guys, to rate the video down below. It really does help out. Second thing is, this is Forge compatible, guys. If you guys want to install it, just simply go to the installation instructions on the mod forum page. It'll tell you how to do it, and it's quite simple. It does require Forge mod loader, so check the link in the description to go tell you guys how to install that. So with that all being said, as you guys can see, we are not, in fact, in the mod spotlight world, and that is because we are doing, as you guys can kind of see right here, we are doing the Too Much TNT mod by Minecraft TNT stuff, and that requires blowing things up, and I don't want to blow up my mod spotlight world, and yeah, so I set up, this area, and we're gonna go over some stuff. So first thing is first, guys, we're going to go over the ore. So this is the new ore that they added into the game. It's sulfur ore. It's just as rare as gold, and this is going to give you 5 pieces of sulfur every time you want to destroy it. Every time you break the block. So with that being sort of done, that basically means that you're going to, have an easier way to get sulfur. You're not going to need kill creepers, and you can get things like this, the TNT X500, but we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. So, first thing is, we're going to talk about these guys over here simply because they are the least disastrous of them. Not to say that they're the worst, but they're least disastrous. So we have the house TNT, this is going to spawn in a house. We have the wood house TNT, going to spawn in a wood house. The brick house TNT, this will spawn in a brick house. The compact TNT, the digging TNT, and the drilling TNT. So these two might seem similar, but they do different things. One of them is going to blow up a huge hole, whereas the other one's going to be very precise, and it's actually going to leave some water at the bottom for us. So we're actually going to hit this button, and I'm going to go show you guys exactly how these things work here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to fly over here. The button to teleport back is over there. We're going to have to remember that. What we're going to do is we're going to drop in this guy right here, and we're going to throw a house TNT on top. As you guys can see, it's going to go, a decent amount of ticks. We're going to back away, and boom, a cobblestone house is going to generate right there. Right next to it, we're going to throw down a wooden house TNT, and I'm just using, redstone blocks to do this, so wood house TNT. Here we go. And boom, wood house. As you guys can see, you're gonna have your default Minecraft stuff in here. A bed. The bed seemed to glitch out, but that doesn't happen all the time. And you got a furnace, and you got a crafting table inside this one. As you guys can see, it's pretty much the same thing except for without the bed. Then we're gonna move on to the brick house one. So with the brick house, she's a brick house. There we go, and boom. So the brick house, you got the bed again. You have a wool floor this time, and now you have a chest in there. So if we, drop into here, you guys will be able to see the crafting recipes. The crafting recipe is going to be a TNT X5 with 3 cobblestone on the top, 2 on the bottom with a crafting table, and then 2 glass. That's why it's not going to have a lot in it. The wooden house is going to have a house TNT, so you will need the default house with some wood around it and gold. And then finally, the brick house is going to be the house TNT with 2 diamonds and then 6 brick blocks. And I think that's quite fair for what you get in return. Now we're going to be doing the more dangerous of TNT. So for this one, we are just going to go like show, and then we're going to do this. So we're actually going to go boom, boom, there, and then we're going to throw the compact TNT. Now the compact TNT is going to be a TNT surrounding a TNT X5. This is actually pretty destructive, to say the least. So we're going to back up here, and then wait for it, boom! And then, as you guys can see, more TNT exploded around it, which is going to cause more explosions. I really hope my button over here doesn't get destroyed. And see, so there we go. So it's pretty destructive. It's also, kind of expensive, but anyway. We're going to move on to the digging TNT. So there is the difference between the digging TNT and the drilling TNT. As you guys can see, with the digging TNT, when it explodes, boom, it's going to do a 60-block tunnel straight down, okay? And then there's going to be 3 blocks of water at the bottom, so you guys can just jump down, not have to worry about dying. Whereas with the drilling TNT, there's a slight difference. Or not a slight difference, a quite big difference. And that big difference is going to be when I blow up the drilling TNT, it's going to create, this tube-like thing that's going to, go down pretty damn far, as you guys can see there. And then there's also, as you can see there's water at the bottom. But now there's lava going in there, and that's not fun. But this is also really good for mining and stuff like that. And for some reason this always happens. I don't know if that's part of the TNT, but I didn't see anything talking about that in the actual forum page. So, now let's go back. We're going to get some different TNTs to test out for you guys. So, let's hit this button right here. And boom. So now what we're going to do is we're going to throw these TNTs all back in here. I'm going to show you guys, I showed you guys the compact recipe for digging TNT. It's TNT X5, two over each other, and then a water bucket. And then for the drilling, the bigger hole is going to be a digging TNT, so the same one as before, over a TNT X100. So the X100 is quite difficult to get, but not impossible. So we're going to talk about those at the end, because those are the more disastrous of the TNT. So we already talked about these 6. Now we're going to move on to these 5 over here. So these 5, you got the Ocean TNT, you're going to have the Hellfire TNT, you have the Vaporized TNT, you have the Fire TNT, and you have the Nuclear TNT. So the thing is, the Ocean TNT obviously going to spawn water. The Hellfire is going to, be Hellfire-ish. It's going to be like, fire and stuff. You got the Vaporized TNT. This will actually vaporize any, source block, something like water or lava. The Fire TNT is just going to create a radius of fire, and the Nuclear TNT is going to create a huge nuclear blast, and it's going to cause a lot of slime and stuff and words and things. So we're going to blow up a lot of these underground so that they don't, screw up a lot of things that I'm trying to show you guys. So if I place this right here and place the Ocean TNT on top, you guys are going to notice it's going to go off, boom, and then you're going to have a bunch of water here. So there we go. It's going to be a bunch of water, and it's going to spawn in squids and stuff. The next one I'm going to show you guys is going to be the Hellfire TNT, and the Hellfire TNT we're actually going to move over here because this one is actually kind of dangerous as well. So throw in the Hellfire TNT. As you guys can see, it's going to go like that a lot, and then wait for it. It's going to explode, and then wait for it. There we go. And then there is ghasts and stuff, which are not nice, but I'm not going to aggro them, therefore I'm not going to really have a problem with them. So moving on from there, guys, we're going to throw the Vaporized TNT, because, there's some water here, you got, your lava, your nether rack, all that great stuff. We're going to throw the Vaporized TNT down, and that's going to help us clean up some of this mess. So we're going to throw the Vaporized TNT down, and then wait for it. Boom, 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 and doof! And as you guys can see, it destroyed all the water source blocks and the lava source blocks in a radius of it. From there, we're going to drop down the Fire TNT, and the Fire TNT is much simpler. It's just going to, cause fire everywhere. It's also easier to make, significantly easier to make. And then finally, we're going to drop down into this hole that we made before, and I'm going to show you guys the Nuclear TNT, because this one is quite devastating if you guys go above ground. Pretty much what's going to happen is it's going to go off, and it's going to explode a large radius, but on top of the explosion, it's also going to cause, wait for it, kaboom! It's going to push me back, for one, and it's also going to cause this stuff over here, and this stuff is actually nuclear waste, and if I were to touch this, if I wasn't in game mode, or if anything for that matter touches it, even zombies and stuff, they would actually take damage from it. So now that I've kind of showed you guys all that, I'm going to show you guys the crafting recipes for all of these. So here we go. We're going to have the Ocean TNT, which is 4 buckets of water and a TNT 100, a Hellfire TNT, which is going to be a bunch of TNT 20s with 2 gas tiers, or like this way, Fire TNT, 2 TNT 20s, same thing over here, and there's 2 different shapes for it. We're going to go to the Vaporized TNT. Vaporized TNT is just a bunch of empty buckets over a TNT X20. A Fire TNT is going to be a TNT times 5 with a flint and steel, and then a Nuclear TNT is going to be a bunch of TNT X20 with a block of gold and then a bunch of glowstone dust. So now I'm going to set time day again, and we're going to head back, and I'm going to show you guys the few TNT that are left. So we're going to throw these back in here, and boom, and boom, and boom, and then we're going to grab these ones. So we got the Ghost TNT. The Ghost TNT is simply going to drop right down once you, to a random location below the ground once you explode it. The Chemical TNT is actually really cool. I'm going to leave that one as a surprise. The Multiply TNT is actually going to multiply the blocks that you drop. So if you see a bunch of diamond and stuff, you can use it to blow up. Cubic TNT, very simple, is going to blow up a 5x5 by 5 radius around the block, and then the Erupting TNT is quite cool, so I'm going to leave that one as a surprise. So we're going to drop back in here, we're going to fly around, and we're going to blow up some more cool stuff. So if I were to take this Ghost TNT, I'm not going to, actually go down to the point at where it's going to blow up, but if I actually drop it, as you guys can see, it's going to go all the way down, and it's actually going to blow up at a random level. So I guess I actually will go down here. I can show you guys more. So it actually just blew up this area right here, I think. Yes, I think it just blew up this area. From here, I'm going to actually show you guys I guess I should show you guys the Chemical TNT up there. If I show you guys the Multiply TNT, what it's going to do, I'm going to hit Multiply, and this will actually multiply different TNTs that are around it, so, you can cause huge combos and stuff. And yeah, so that's kind of what that's going to do. The cubic TNT, if I show you guys that, is going to just blow up, like I said, a 5x5x5 cube radius. So as you guys can see, it's going to blow up a like distinct cube, as you can see. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like you'd be able to count it if it was in a completely empty area. And then the erupting TNT is quite devastating if you were to, you know, do it in front of somebody's house. It's just going to start spewing TNT everywhere and cause a huge, huge explosion, which is quite cool. So we're going to fly back up here, back up to where we originally came from, and I can show you guys the chemical TNT. The chemical TNT, similar to the ghost TNT, is going to drop down, but it's not going to cause no damage on its way down. As you guys can see, it immediately disappears, but it's going to go all the way down to, you know, the bottom. So as you guys can see, bedrock's there. So that's something that's really useful if you want to make a giant tunnel sort of thing. So that's all of those ones. I'm going to show you guys the crafting recipes. So the Ghost TNT is just going to be milk next to a TNT times 20. You're going to have a TNT X100 for the chemical TNT, which is why, you know, there's kind of a difference there between the Ghost and the chemical. You have gunpowder, redstone, and a bucket of water. For the multiply TNT, you just need a TNT X5, which is golden ingots and bone meal. For the cubic, you just need a bunch of cobblestone around a TNT X5, which is really convenient. And then for the erupting one, a fire charge next to a compact TNT, and compact TNT, like I said, is going to be 8 TNTs around a TNT 5. And that is actually, I really do like that. So if you're trying to blow up a lot of stuff, that would actually probably be your best bang for your buck sort of thing. So now that we kind of looked at that, we're going to come back here. We're going to delete all these guys in our inventory bar, and now we're gonna get on to the fun ones, guys. So as you guys can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 TNT that we're gonna show you, and I'm not actually gonna show you all of these, simply because if so, I'm really worried about my Minecraft crashing, especially when we get to these two over here, the TNT X500 and the Meteor TNT. So we're going to talk about them first. So the TNT is the same TNT from the default Minecraft. It's going to be 4 sand and 5 gunpowder. Then we're going to do the TNT X5, which is going to be 4 TNT. We're going to do the TNT X20, which is going to be 4 TNT X5, and if you guys know your math, 4 times 4 is going to be 16, so this TNT X20 is actually only going to be 16 TNT, but it will have 20 times the damage of a normal TNT. Then we have TNT X100. The TNT X100 is going to be 4 TNT X20s, which 16 TNT per one of those is going to equal 64, so you're getting, you know, a better bang for your buck. If it's 100 times more powerful, this is really only 64 TNT that you're throwing in there. The TNT 500 is going to be 4 TNT 100s, which are really only 64 TNT each, which is then going to equal 256 TNT and give you 500 times the explosive power. And then finally, for the Meteor TNT, you're going to get a TNT X500, you're going to get a lava bucket, and then 7 obsidian around that, and that'll give you a Meteor TNT, which is going to drop a meteor into it. So yes, guys, TNT X500 requires you to get 256 normal blocks of TNT, which if you multiply that by 5 is going to give you something crazy like 1,300, just south of 1,300 pieces of sulfur. So that's pretty crazy. But, you know, it's possible if you guys really did want to do it, you really wanted to screw somebody over on a server or something. But, and then finally, the custom TNT, there is no crafting recipe for it. This is just something that's in the game. You guys can go into config folder and change that up. So, we're going to go back over here for the last time, and we're going to, you know, blow some stuff up with this and show you guys. I'm not going to do the TNT X500, I'm going to leave that for you guys, and the Meteor TNT simply because it's going to lag the game too much, and I really don't want this recording to fail. So we're going to fly all the way over here, and we're going to start blowing these up. So we're going to start off with the TNT. As you guys can see, we're going to light that one off. I'm not really going to pay too much attention simply because you all really know what TNT looks like. Boom, it blew up, and it had a little thing right there. The TNT X5 is going to be 4 TNT, so as you guys can see, boom. And that's, you know, 4 TNT worth, or 5 times, you know, the normal TNT. We're going to throw a TNT X20 here, and that's going to be a much larger explosion. It's going to be 4 times that explosion. And the timer is going to be a little bit longer. Boom. As you guys can see, there was a little bit of lag there, which you guys can see what a 500 lag spike is going to be like. And then finally, we're going to do X100, and then I'm going to have to close off the video. So the timer is a little bit longer. I'm going to actually get a little bit farther away so that I'm not affected by the lag as much. And, oh, lag spike. There we go. So when I get closer, you will see the damage that came from the X100, guys. That was only the X100. It did, like, demolish this entire area. So you could only imagine what the X500 is going to be. I would put on the Minima mod and try and do it that way. But I decided not to, just because it's too much of a headache to show you guys these two. And plus, a lot of you guys might not be able to even do these two in your own Minecraft. So anyway, hopefully you guys did... Oh, and I guess I don't really want to show you the custom, because right now the custom's set to do random, so when I light it off, it'll actually randomize, so it might end up doing the X500 or the Meteor one, which I wouldn't want. So, anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy this mod. If you guys did, remember to leave a like rating down below, as well subscribe, join the nation if you already haven't. You guys can go check it out in the description down below. I really want to see more different TNTs come from this. I think that would be really cool, even though there's already a lot of really cool TNTs. So, anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Remember to rate the video. Remember to subscribe to the... Remember to subscribe to join the nation if you already haven't. But anyway, guys, I'm the Doctor, and I'm out. Peace.